Morning, it's Bill Kerbox. How you doing on this Tuesday morning? We're here in Daytona Beach, Florida, Eastern Standard Time. I expect we're going to have some friends joining us from Los Angeles, San Diego. I know some people from Beverly Hills. We're going to have a little bit of fun today, and I want to preface this call and this live Zoom with: don't believe what you hear about the market. There are so many naysayers. So I've been in real estate for 39 years, up and down, right? Lots of bad stuff happened. Lots of good stuff happened. Here's what I can tell you. At the worst case scenario, you have a lot less competition. At the best case scenario, you're going to replace your competition as you work more effectively through a little bit of a change in the market. I have contacts and clients that I'm working with on a daily basis in Beverly Hills, at Newport Beach, Boca Raton, Miami. I have a pretty good handle on what's going on out there, and I can tell you that there's still multiple offers. Sure, it's a great time to price your property a little bit sharper, meaning, it's a good opportunity to have that conversation with a seller. They were having the conversation with us. Now it's time for us. They're going to listen a little bit. So it's not that these huge reductions, but it's time for a more sensible approach. So here's what I want to talk to you guys about today. I like to do these calls in about 15 minutes. I'm not a big purveyor of 1 hour or 2 hour long, boring things. So we're going to get right into, I'm actually going to share my screen, and here's what I want to talk about. First of all, I want to talk about luxury, right? If it's not expensive, I really don't want to know about it. Okay. If you're in a market and you've got an area, and everybody does, that's higher level, that's an area we want to be talking about today. Working in a luxury market. And today we're talking about mail, print to video, print to lead generation. I'll finalize more of the details of that in a second. So this may be a great opportunity to actually pick an area, right? In Los Angeles, in Pacific Palisades, they have the Riviera, right? Riviera starts at like 8 million and goes up to 150 million. That is the area you want to be mailing, right? And you can't do one mailer and hope you're going to get rich or that everything's going to turn around. So here is the context behind the thinking of print mailing for a luxury market. Everybody else is, look at me, just listed, just sold. It's the same old stuff, right? I'm number one, big logo there. They don't care, right? They do not care about you. Get over it, right? If you're a realtor, you already know that. If you're, in the luxury market, what you can do, and what we're going to show you in 2 seconds here, is how to create images that represent an offer, right? They only care about 2 things, right? What's happening, what's on the market, what's happening, and how much is my home worth, right? They don't want you knocking on the doors saying, I just happen to be in the neighborhood. They don't want the boring mailers. They want value. Technology is a great way, but social media can be expensive, and it's very busy, right? People may not get that, and they will get the mailer. So here's what we're going to talk about. We're going to take a look at one of my friends. I'm going to share my screen, and we're going to go right in here. Excuse the size. Okay, so this is the front of a mailer card that's going out in a high-end area down near Miami Beach with good friends of mine. And we have actually already sent one very similar to this out with fabulous results. That QR code, very simply, is going into a platform called KB Core. KB Core, if you don't know about it, it's like Boomtown, Commissions Inc., one of the other platforms that allows a seller or a buyer to get the information they're looking for. So all of a sudden, the sellers are getting this in their mailbox. And guess what? COVID, as bad as it was, it taught everybody how to use a QR code. You can't go in a restaurant. I was in a restaurant in New York City recently, and they wouldn't do everything was like QR code or this or that. They didn't want to talk. And you know what? I left. I didn't appreciate it. But what we're talking about is delivering the message and then being part of the message. So this QR code is offering them their home value in 2 seconds. It's offering to show them how much their neighbors' homes are listed for, new listings in the area, price reductions, open house, and foreclosure, all just by clicking on that link. Now, actually, I'm just on this one, I'm going to show you the front of the card. Okay, so we go to another look, another feel. Now, this is actually a different design. This is for a buyer funnel. This is basically mailed out to people in another state. If you're in Florida, and we all know what's happening, everybody's leaving California, Chicago, New York. So you pick a high-end area where people are trending from, and you offer them the buyer's guide. And this has a big QR code on the back. This is another example. This is the ultimate seller's guide. Now, what we did, we were having such great results. And by the way, if you're wondering, well, where are you going to get the link? The link to the home value tool should come from a tool that you're currently using. Let's say, for example, KV Core. It's very easy to go to your website and to grab that link, shorten that link, and then have it made into a QR code. And so we have had such good results with just the basic valuation or neighborhood report. We added a seller's home guide funnel. Here's what we found. Home sellers, when they initially sign up for these, you don't pound them. Don't show up at the door. Don't bother them. Let them breathe a little bit. The reason you need the funnel is you need an organized way to communicate with them, to start to ask them questions, right? To be able to send them new information that's happening. Because guess what? Our funnels are 19 months long. Why? Because we know that a percentage of home sellers who reach out and want a seller's guide or want a home value or want a neighborhood report are not ready. They're 6 months out, 12 months out, 18 months. Can you imagine if you set it and forget it? And a great funnel is a powerful tool. Most agents aren't using them because they got to set them up. They don't know how to set them up. They get confused. They think that they're just going to magically find it on their website. What we're doing is sending that out. And the funnel, by the way, starts as a website, and then it has the links to get in. So the seller's guide is another great tool to get into the funnel. That's the back of the card. It also gives the QR code view there. All right, let's go to, this is another one that we're just doing right now. Delray Beach, some big boy properties there. 40, 50, 60 million. That place is unbelievable. We were there recently shooting video, but we happen to be using this QR code going into a different program called Commissions Inc. So we're taking them in, and we really understand that they're going to be taken care of. Okay. We're also building mailers, and these are the front of the mailers. This is another example of a home seller's guide. This would be sent to a neighborhood that you want to build. Notice, very custom area, hyper local, includes 3 price estimates, 5 things you need to know, preparing your home for sale, choosing or pricing your home to sell, of course, and choosing the best time to sell. These are questions that sellers want answered. So here's the story. If you happen to be, I'm going to digress here and go to video for a second. YouTube is a place to go to answer questions. Find out what people are looking for in your market area and do videos in that area on YouTube. Don't expect to be a millionaire overnight, right? I hear so many people, oh, I'm on, put a YouTube channel and now I'm the local mayor. You know, it can happen. But if you know how to play the game with video and you're willing to get on camera, get out there and start to talk about answer the questions. In this case, St. Johns County, how are the schools? How do they compare, right? What are the prices? You know, what's happening with new construction? So there's a lot there. What are we talking about today? We are talking about prospecting for buyers and sellers with mail. And of course, video can be part of it. Now, I don't want to get too deep into this, but that QR code can take you anywhere, right? We make custom video links that when they click on it, they go right to the video, which is playing your a really personal message, and a link below for the home value, the neighborhood report, and all the things that they may want. So this is another example of a mailer, right? We didn't want to send out a mailer that said, how much is your home worth? I'm sorry, it's just white noise. Home seller guide, your home value in 2 seconds, interesting message, interesting look. This is a kind of mailing that you may want to consider. We have had fantastic results with this, and I highly recommend it. This is just another version. We try and put a hyperlocal image in the back. So last but not least, there's a number of ways you can get them out there. You can send them first class, expensive, a little more control. You can send them bulk, a little more affordable, but they're going to go, you can get the mailing company, they'll give you the zip code and you can do it very easily. Or you can do every door direct. And every door direct means you bundle them, you have them bundled, you deliver them to the post office, and they'll just put them in the mailboxes as they're going into any bulk area. Less control, but a lot less cost. And the last is my favorite, right? Let's go back here. The last is my favorite, and that's getting a big stack and get back to work. Take the dog for a walk in the neighborhood. My God, stick them on the newspaper. That used to be my famous thing out in Malibu and Pacific Palisades. I would literally go out in the morning and stick them in their New York Times, their LA Times paper. You can imagine when they open that. Sometimes I had to break the plastic. I don't care, because I know a guy in a $30 million house is getting my offer in the paper is going to be, wow, it's going to be like 10x, right? They use that 10x a lot. Anyway, so that's our story today. If you have any questions, you can put it in the chat. You can always call me direct. I'm one of those hands-on guys. Bill Kerbox, 310-600-4484. I hope you have a fabulous end of Tuesday. Thanks for watching.